YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Black Couch Booking here with another video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for the love and support thus far. Let's keep going and let's keep growing, man. Let's get into it. So, today's video topic: King and Queen of the Ring, and who are some worthy contenders that should actually win the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. You know, I got a few thoughts, I got a few opinions on that. So, let me get into the video. First things first, guys. Zelina Vega. Let me get this out the way now. I don't think we should have a repeat Queen of the Ring. It's something that I don't think has ever happened where someone has won the King or the King of the Ring, because this is the only second Queen of the Ring. I don't think I've ever seen anyone win the King of the Ring twice. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I haven't done research, but I can't. Like, that's something that would be like talked about a lot more. So off the top of my head, I can't really think of it right at this moment. Obviously, we have guys like, we got Baron Corbin's one, Triple H has one. I believe my favorite superstar, Edge, has one. We got Stone Cold. That the famous, Stone Cold promo is because he won the King of the Ring. We've had William Regal. We had King Booker, and for Queen of the Ring, we had Zelina Vega. I quite enjoyed the Queen Zelina run. The fake accent was catching me off guard, but like I said, you can't be serious all the time. Sometimes throwing some comedy in there is really good. And from that Queen Zelina run, she teamed up with Carmella, which was a pretty interesting tag team at the time. So I was quite satisfied with that. What we need now, though, we need the Queen of the Ring to elevate whoever's going to win the tournament to, championship main event status. So picking the Queen of the Ring is going to be something that Triple H has to take very seriously, not just to have a queen gimmick. And I think if the Queen of the Ring wins, whoever wins the Queen of the Ring, they shouldn't walk around with the crown and all that. They should just be Queen of the Ring. Like they shouldn't. If Zoey Stark wins, she shouldn't be Queen Zoey, unless you want to get into Queen Stark, which, Game of Thrones. If you want to do something like that and make it really be cool and make some pop culture references, I'm down with it. But let's not do that to make them look goofy. Some people it look kind of goofy on. Not gonna lie. So I don't think we should do that. Like Xavier Woods, when he won King of the Ring, he should have just won King of the Ring and won the IC title straight from there. But back to the women. Obviously, like I said, the only answers that kind of make sense to me would be a Zoey Stark or Tiffany Stratton, in my opinion. But, I mean, you never know. These things could go either way, to be honest. We could get thrown for, like, a big loop. To see Miss Valkyria win would be something very interesting and something that I think a lot of people wouldn't expect, because even though she's very tough, she came from NXT, she was the NXT champion, she had a nice run, she still doesn't have that, it factor to me for the main roster. I'm quite surprised that they brought her up, because she was booked big at NXT, but I don't see that really happening on the main roster. I don't think she's that person. I think Zoey Stark is a better character to me. Tatum Paxley helped shape her character to what it became. But I think someone like a Zoey Stark really deserves the opportunity. Tiffany Stratton is going to get her opportunity. She's had her opportunity regardless. She doesn't need a Queen of the Ring run. That would just be like, all right, you're like, when people were upset with how Vince was pushing Austin Theory, if Tiffany Stratton won the Queen of the Ring, they could be upset with Triple H of how he's pushing Tiffany Stratton, because at that point it's just kind of like, all right, bro, you're shoving her in our faces, even though she hasn't won the title. But remember, Austin Theory competed for the world title a couple times and lost as well. So I think Zoey Stark should get it. If not Zoey Stark, you got to throw me for a big loop and just have someone win who I wouldn't expect. Like I said, I'm still not quite sure about who's gonna be competing for the Smackdown side of things. I haven't looked as of recently. Obviously, I could look like right now if I really needed to. But I'm just going off of what I'm going off of at this moment in time. But I don't need to look, because Zoey Stark should be the one. Like, it should be a foregone conclusion, in my opinion. But let's talk about the men. I think the obvious answer is Gunther. I'm not gonna lie. But is the obvious answer the answer we should go with? I don't know, man. I mean, I want to see Gunther versus Dragunov in the finals, but I don't even know if we could get to that point. Like, I gotta check the bracket, because I don't know if that would even be possible. Like, maybe they would have to face each other beforehand, but I'm not quite sure. I'm looking at the results in the brackets right now. Um, Let me see. Queen of the Ring, Shayna Baszler versus Zelina Vega. Ooh, I don't think Zelina Vega's gonna make it. And we still have some to be determined for SmackDown, which is tomorrow. But damn, Shayna Baszler versus Zelina Vega. You know what? The only other choice besides Zoey Stark would be Shayna Baszler. I like to see Shayna Baszler and Zoey Stark be able to go at it in like maybe the second round. But like I said, guys, I think Shayna Baszler should have that moment. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, they had their moments from NXT. Shayna Baszler is supposed to be a part of that group. Obviously Raquel as well, but she's going through things, personally. But I think either Shayna Baszler or Zoey Stark should win this, man. It says to be determined, but I'm almost certain that Tiffany Stratton is going to be in this tournament. As for the men, it's going to be Jey Uso versus Dragunov. And then Gunther versus Kofi Kingston or Rey Mysterio. I think Rey Mysterio is going to get the win, and Gunther's going to beat Rey Mysterio. Or if Rey Mysterio loses, it'll be interference from, who knows, Carlito, perhaps. That Rey Mysterio loses. Jey Uso versus Finn Balor was a good match, but I'm tired of Finn Balor losing, quite honestly. I don't think Jey Uso is going to win the King of the Ring. Like, they've been putting Jey Uso in this position to challenge for the IC title, to challenge for the World Championship. He hasn't won. I think he should have a singles title by now, but it is what it is, honestly, man. He's put on some great matches, and he's done a very good job. He's having a great singles run, but I'm ready for him and Jimmy to link back up. And I would love to see them versus the Awesome Truth for the Tag Team Championships and win, so we can move on from that. I like Miz and R-Truth, but they're not a long-term deal. I think Austin Theory and Grayson Waller should be the champions for some time, but obviously that's at the demise of the Street Profits, which sucks. Yeah, obviously I wanted the Street Profits to have gold, but not that gold. I think Austin Theory and Grayson Waller should have the chance to build up their team, and I think they can have an Edge and Christian type of rivalry and go at each other, from there, and we see what happens. But yeah, man, I want to see Dragunov versus Gunther, and I think Gunther should win it, because Gunther should be the next world champion, which is going to take some time. But I would love to see a WrestleMania moment where Gunther wins the belt. But I would also love to see a moment where Finn Balor versus Damian Priest face each other. Finn Balor's like, man, I've been on a losing streak. I'm looking out for you. I'm having your back, but you never have my back. I lost. You couldn't help me get the job done. We could do something like that. It's very simple. Not too hard to do, guys. All in all, I think Gunther and Zoey Stark or Gunther and Shayna Baszler should win. My second choice for King of the Ring for men would be Dragunov. It would have to be someone who is either new to the roster or has been on the roster and they just need something else. Like Gunther was an IC champion, long reign, and that reign is done. So he needs something else to do, which is to be King of the Ring. He can walk around and say, I'm the king, and the king Imperium and all that good stuff. And someone like a Zoey Stark needs a push. Obviously, we need a women's mid-card title on the main roster, but we're gonna test it out in NXT, see how it works, and we'll go from there. But I think Zoey Stark should get it. If not, this should elevate Shayna Baszler to a number one contendership and to compete for a women's world championship. Where if not Liv, then I would love Shayna Baszler to dethrone Becky Lynch, and then we could get the belt off of Shayna Baszler by doing a multi-person match with Rhea, Liv, Becky, whoever, and we could get the belt off of Shayna Baszler in that way, so that, hey, she had a run, but she lost in a fatal 4-way, so it wasn't a bad run. We could do something like that. But you guys let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.